Hi Aquarius, welcome to your What Do I Need to Do reading for September 14th through October 13th. This is a Hierophant, could be Taurus. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below, as well as the recommend a reader shout out, which goes to Super T Reader. Much love and support to her. Check her out, show her some love and support if you like what she has to say. This is intended to be a romantic love reading, but it may resonate in other areas of your life, Aquarius. You know the drill. All right, so are things still requiring you to have a bit of trust and faith in the unseen? We shall see. All right, Aquarius. What do you need to do, Aquarius? For Aquarius. All right, we got the Five of Pentacles. Why are you disappointed? Okay, there's that. That's necessary change, right? Probably could have been a little less like killing the fly with the sledgehammer, though. Okay, so we got Five of Cups, or I'm sorry, Five of Pentacles, the Tower, Ten of Wands, the Wheel, Four of Wands, Page of Wands, wow, lots of wands here, Four of Pentacles, and the Devil, with the Four of Swords. Interesting. All right. So, I feel like this needs to be a bit here. Okay. So we got 7, 2 4s, 6, 3 4s, 2 10s. It's a full house. And 5s. Okay, we had that Hierophant, so that's 5. So, okay. So are you in a holding period? Is it just kind of like things are kind of, are you waiting? Are you holding period? What is going on here? It's like waiting and thinking. Waiting and thinking. Because of some kind of disruption or change. Things have changed, but what and why? All right, so there's sadness and disappointment and feeling disconnected because of this disruption. This, all of a sudden, there's been a break in the norm. Someone might have broken up with you. You might have had to break up with them. Maybe there was hurtful things exchanged, but everything has kind of tilted on its axis, and you're feeling disconnected. And the thing is that this time has come for this situation to dismantle the way it has. Whatever has happened, this time has come. It is time for this to happen. And you could be dealing with somebody that you either feel very connected to or at least married to. Maybe this is a marital partner or someone you've been living with, but this is someone that you have just about, made it legal if you haven't already. And there's been a complete reversal, like to whatever kind of stability you had, but really was there stability, because it looks like it was just a lot of hard work. And it was time for this cycle is completed. And it was, in a way, it was almost like, have you been kind of hanging on or ignoring the signs before so that it came to this? I mean, no judgment, just saying, like, did it have to end up like this, or kind of have this sort of exit because there was sort of this hanging on or not wanting things to change? And this is about you focusing on the future and kind of keeping under yourself and focusing on yourself and your hobbies and your interests, because this isn't over. This is not over. But you need to get something new in your life for when this comes back around again, because it will. Well, you're going to have two because it's going to be with the same person and then somebody new's coming in. So this is about you needing to get a handle on what happened and why, to understand what brought it to this point. That's still kind of unclear here, but your job is to lay low and stay self-protective and keep your focus on things that will better you and your interests, not another person, not dating, not anything like that. This is about you refocusing on yourself. What's this Ten of Wands about? What's this Ten of Wands about for Aquarius? What's this Ten of Wands about? Could be dealing with a Scorpio. We had that Hierophant. So Taurus, Scorpio, Capricorn. What else for this Ten of Wands here? Ace of Wands. All right, what's this Wheel of Fortune? What's this Wheel of Fortune? 10 of Cups. What's this Four of Wands? Been liberated. Okay. Two of Swords. What's this Page of Wands? What's this Page of Wands here? The Star card. Good. I like it. Hope renewed over time. What's this Four of Pentacles? Whoopsie. Six of Wands and this Devil. What is this? The thing is that this is, you've been set free, but it doesn't feel like it. And I think that's why there's this need to get new interests and focus and hobbies in your life, because there's a tendency for this to repeat itself if you don't. And it could be that you feel like, oh, it's got quite the hold on you, or that, well, you know, but, and stop beating yourself up if you're beating yourself up. But this doesn't, there needs to be a shift of perspective here, because you've been set free, but it doesn't feel like it because you might still be mourning the loss of this situation. The thing is, it was a lot of work for this relationship, and you're probably tired. You're probably just like, you know what, I just don't want it to be that hard anymore. And things have taken a turn. You two might not be talking right now. You might not see eye to eye. There might be just you two are in your separate corners, kind of holding vigil, like, okay, who's going to make the first move? That is as it should be. And it's not about you breaking the silence because you can't stand the disconnection anymore. This is about you using this time in separation to fortify yourself. You got Four of Swords here also. The thing is this person's coming back. But I'm just going to say it. When they do, you need to be different. You need to not have this, because you're going to keep repeating this over and over again with them, this cycle. And it's like you get sucked back in, and then it wears you out. You need a break. You two don't talk, but then you start missing them. This time needs to be different. The disconnect needs to stick, because otherwise it's just going to keep going and going and going. Yeah, this is about your focus shifting, and it might feel strange to do so, but in shifting your focus, you're solidifying the disconnect. So you're shifting your focus, and then over time, things will look different, feel different. You'll have new things and different things. It's all about starting to do things, little baby steps every day, to put distance and barriers between you and this person, this event, this situation, so that when it does revisit, and it will, you are that much more changed, that much more distanced from this, because physiologically it takes us 3 seconds to go back into the same thinking, behavior, and physiological responses that we have when we're with somebody, especially if there's trauma or abuse or just something not healthy or toxic. Same thing with the if it's healthy, but you don't feel it really because it's just a natural easing into that space with someone. But when we're talking about someone that has just been taxing and hard, and you just are feeling exhausted and like you need to be assertive, but you can't, and then when you get the chance to get some distance and have it, you feel guilty for taking it, and that's why you introduce new things. And I'm not saying, you know, friend to friend here. I'm saying you need to introduce new things in your life from day one. Do one thing differently every day. Start doing new behavior, going home a different way, doing something. That's what this is saying. I'm not giving advice here. Because, as to safeguard, keep yourself safe and moving forward and surrounding yourself with friends so that when this situation comes back around again, you're different enough to where you won't just be relegated to reacting the same way you did before and getting back in your box for that person. You'll be different enough to where you won't just automatically have these knee-jerk responses to them. What's this devil about for Aquarius? What's this devil about? 5 of Swords. Needing to cut the ties that bind you. Needing to cut that which holds you back off. You need to cut that off. It's almost like you've been given a reprieve, and this time is different. It's funny because I feel like this person kind of thinks that it's going to be the same old. But it doesn't have to be. And I think they're comfortable with sort of the silent treatment or you two being in separation because they know that eventually you two will find your way back to each other. But that doesn't mean that it should be that way. It doesn't mean that it's healthy. It doesn't mean that you two are meant for each other. Believe it or not, if you subscribe to the term soulmates, you two are. But it doesn't mean that you're the romantic kind. It doesn't mean that you're going to stay together. It just means that you showed up to teach each other something. A reason, a season, or a lifetime, right? So this is going to be up to you what you decide to do. The best course of action for you, what you need to do is you need to start, now that you've got this reprieve, that you two are in your separate corners, you're not talking, taking a breather from this situation, use that to start doing one thing differently a day. Find new interests and hobbies, even if it's going a different route to the store or working out at a different time or picking up a new hobby. Doing little changes to where when this comes back around again, you are physiologically different and behaviorally acting differently than when you were with this person, so that you're different enough so that you don't react the same way anymore. And I don't know why I keep having to stress that. I feel like you need to hear it and that you'll understand it for the Aquarians that I'm reading for, because you'll be like, yeah, I know, because as soon as I get in that person's space, right back to such and such, because there is that romantic high, there is that sexual something, there is that, and the kind of the mystery and the makes it all the more interesting, but it's fleeting and it's not sustaining, and it's just it's taking its toll on you. All right, talk forever, good gracious. And it probably, it's almost like it's worth it. This is worth it. This drama is worth it because the reconciling is so, it's such a high when you reconcile, There's that romance and someone not being able to live with that, or just, the whatever is said and the feeling like, yeah, I'm tired of the disconnect. My home is with you, and all that sweet stuff that everybody likes to hear or say or whatnot. It's pretty powerful. And it's hard to see it differently if you've just been holding vigil and waiting. That's why it's important to start doing things differently so you're different. And them kind of acting or coming at you the same way is going to have a different effect because you're different. All right. What's this Tower? So as far as what you need to do, which is what the reading is about, that's what you need to do. And you need to lay low, and you need to not this is about you not initiating conversation or contact. You are laying low. You need to get assertive and cut stuff out of your life, having new interests, safeguarding yourself, because this is just too much for you. And this is the break that you needed. It doesn't feel like it though, but it is. You've been liberated, and depending on how you use this time is going to dictate what's going to happen in the future, because the ball's in your court, but instead of throwing it back in theirs, throw it into the future and run after it. Do you know what I mean? That's a lame analogy, but the point is, actually no, I kind of like that analogy. Throw the ball and then go play fetch with yourself, right? But this is about moving forward and away from, out of this energy, away from this situation. I Can't stress that enough. And this, you know, God, what poor timing, right? This on the reconciliation reading. But I will say that the reconciliation reading was about two people that wanted a reconciliation. And it was positive. It was like, it was a good thing. It was two people, all right, well, now what? Second time around, you've learned, I've learned, now what? This is not that. This is not that. This is you being set free. Take it. Run with it. What's this Tower about? The Knight of Wands. Leo, could be Leo. Dealing with the Leo. So there's been an exodus. There's been somebody's just left to go off and do what they want to do. Or it could have been you found out somebody was cheating and it's devastating and you're like, really? And there's this sadness. Instead of giving this person another chance, see it for what it is, that this relationship was a lot of dang work on your part. It's taken a lot of forgiveness and accommodating and all this on your part, and to what end? For the makeup sex, you know? All right. So that they can choose you for a couple weeks, you know? So that you won for a couple weeks? You're better than that. That's for Aquarius. You might not think you are, but you I think you are. What else for Aquarius? Two of Wands. Yay, I'll take it. This is thinking over your options, thinking over your choices, deciding what to do. Yay. Stay in that space. Don't do the knee-jerk reaction where you initiate or you hold vigil until they come back around, because you both know you're going to find your way back to each other. The difference is this time around you can be proactive about safeguarding yourself from falling back into the same patterns with this person. So I like this because it could mean that you're considering your options now instead of just going for it. This is you standing and thinking and deliberating. I'll take it. Yay. What else for Aquarius? Oopsie. What else for Aquarius? What else for Aquarius? Gracious. It took me forever to get that because they're still all stuck together. Brown Bear Spirit, take time out. Yes. That's what I've been sitting here harping on for the past 10 minutes. You've got a break, take it. Four of Swords, Two of Swords, Two of Wands. Looking out into the future, going in a different direction, finding new hobbies, new interests. Good. Yay. I like it. What else for Aquarius? What does Aquarius need to know? I mean, this has been like hammered home, you know. Don't do it. Go in a different direction. What else for Aquarius? Moving in a different direction. That's for darn sure. What else for Aquarius? Five of Cups. Queen of Pentacles. All right, so your focus needs to be on yourself, restoring yourself, providing for yourself, taking care of yours and your own. We could be dealing with kids here as well. You just keeping the kids and your focus is on them now and new things and going in a different direction, providing new opportunities for yourself and the kids or your family. And I hate to say, I know this is like, while being disappointed, yeah, suck it up, Buttercup, right? No, I don't mean that, but it's almost like, all right, keep yourself busy because you're going to be remorseful for a while. You're going to be sorrowful about this and lonesome for a while. But something tells me that you'd rather this than the connection, because it came to this. You'd just rather be by yourself than to be caught up in this again. It's the lesser of the two evils. So while there might be this disconnect and this sadness and feeling ungrounded or like, oh my gosh, I don't know what I'm going to do, and your focus is definitely going to be on providing for yourself and your own and taking care of yourself and, you know, just your own security, maybe even saving money because now things might be tight that you broke up, but you can do it. And it's only going to be temporary, especially if you post haste start to look for new job opportunities, new things. Anything and everything, a new job or another job, walking home a different way, just anything you can do to get yourself out of this funk. Working out at a different time, changing up your breakfast, I mean, just everything. Behavioral therapy. I am not a therapist, I'm just saying it really helps. The changing everything. All right, shutting up. I hope this was helpful, Aquarius. You can do it. Stop beating yourself up if you are. The sadness and the disconnect is normal. It's a part of this. There's grieving, there's questioning and bargaining and all that, but you need to lay low and deal with it and keep yourself active in other interests so you don't get bogged down in this. Okay, all right. I hope this was helpful. Please know that you can do it. And if you need to, you keep yourself surrounded by friends that are going to uplift you and keep you safe. Keep you thinking positively and that you can do this. That you don't need this other person. So at least, at the very least, if you two are considering reconciliation, which, okay, you obviously know how I feel, it's going to be a choice, not a need. Because there's power in choice, right? If you need them, then, well, okay, then you end up selling your soul. Ugh. That's a rude awakening. All right. You take care, and I hope to see you in the next reading.